Loans under 150,000, no financials needed. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button as well as smash the subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a no-doc business line of credit funding play. That's right. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Byline Bank. Now, Byline Bank is based in the Midwest, Chicago, Milwaukee areas. The Byline Express loans is an expedited financing from $10,000 up to $500,000 for working capital or equipment purchases, with loan approval not contingent on collateral, so no collateral required. And check this out, loans under 150,000, no financials needed. Loans up to 500,000, there's a streamlined process. All right, so in terms of eligibility, right? So for one, the business must have an operating account with Byline Bank. So the first thing you want to do is open up a business checking account. Now, in terms of the FICO score requirements, as it says right here, FICO score of 650 plus for loans between 10,000 and 150,000, no documentation required. FICO score of 625 for loans 150 to 500,000, some documentation required. The business must be in business for 2 years plus, and this is going to be for-profit companies only. Businesses must be located in Illinois, Southeast Wisconsin, or Northwest Indiana. Now, there is a way around this with the foreign entity. So if you do a foreign entity registration in Illinois, this will make you eligible. Also, you can buy a shelf corporation. Now, and again, the loan amounts go from a minimum of 10,000 all the way up to 500,000. But remember, less than 150,000, there's no docs required. And so the term loans go out to 5 years, whereas the line of credit has a 2-year term. They have interest rates that are both variable and fixed, and the use of funds could be for working capital, equipment, or inventory purchase. Now, in the application process, once you actually have your business checking account open up, what you're going to do is contact a business banker to submit your application. Byline will evaluate your application with an expedited decision. They're going to verify your revenue and or documentation, and if approved, you e-sign your documents and the approved loan is funded. Now, and again, this is the Byline Express loans. Qualified businesses can receive rapid approval for working capital with loan approval not contingent on collateral, and no financials are needed for loans under 500, and no financials are needed for loans under $150,000. So if you get a line of credit between 10,000 and 150,000, no documents are required, no financials are required. But once you go over 150, so if you did, 151,000, at that point, you would need to submit additional documents. So as long as you stay at 150,000 and less, you're not going to have to produce documents or financials. Now, in terms of data points, Byline Bank will be pulling your Experian credit report. So it is a personal guarantee. For amounts between 10,000 and 150,000, if you have at least a 650 credit score on Experian, you can get approved and no financials are going to be required. So no tax returns, no profit and loss, no year-to-date financials, no financials required. As long as the business is 2 years time in business, it does need to be registered within specific areas. Now, and again, if your business is, let's say it's in a different state, you could do what's called a foreign entity registration in Illinois, or you could just buy a shelf corporation and then apply using the shelf corporation. As long as you have a 650 Experian credit score and the business is at least 2 years old, you can get approved between 10,000 and 150,000 with no financial documents required. Now, once you go over that 150, that's when they're going to be requiring a blanket lien on your business. They're going to require 2 years of tax returns, personal business, profit and loss balance sheets, and other financial documents. Now, keep in mind the repayment terms for the Byline Express loans. So with the term loans, these loans are amortized fully over 5 years from the date of funding. Interest rate will be fixed for 5 years based on the credit score and market rates. Now with the line of credit, now and again, they have kind of like two different lines of credit. The lines of credit over 150 and the lines of credit under 150. There's going to be slightly different repayments. So with the lines of credit under 150, it's going to be 1/60th of the principal outstanding plus interest is due monthly. Now with the lines of credit over 150 is going to be interest only due monthly. And then you just have to bring the principal down once the line of credit comes for maturity. Now, just remember with the lines of credit with no docs, you will have to pay at least 1/60th of the principal amount plus any interest. Now, overall, I think this is an absolute game changer. The fact that you can get up to $150,000 business line of credit with no financials required and only a 650 Experian credit score. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know your comments and questions right down below. And until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.